Welcome back to The Explainer. In the world of tabletop role-playing, a great game master is part storyteller, part referee, and part world builder, all rolled into one. Today, we're crafting a profile of a GM who really embodies that idea with the precision of a master craftsman.
So, what does it really take to become a master craftsman at the table? Well, for GM Gregory, it all starts with decades of experience, a foundation built on thousands upon thousands of hours of play.
Get this, for nearly 45 years, Gregory has been creating adventures and presenting worlds. To put that in perspective for you, he was building worlds when the hobby itself was basically just taking its first steps. This isn't just a hobby for him, it's a lifelong practice.
Now that's a crucial detail right there. He was learning how to run games before the official how-to guide for Dungeon Masters was even a thing. He and his friends weren't just players, they were pioneers, figuring out the art of the game from the ground up.
And this dedication is just staggering. To give you an idea of how big that number is, 4,700 hours is like working a full-time job for more than 2 years straight. All of that time was dedicated to a single story built over 5 years with his players. Just wow.
So what do his players say? Well, the words that keep popping up are things like prepared, meticulous, detailed. You see the pattern, right? This isn't just someone showing up to roll some dice. This is a craftsman who has absolutely mastered every tool at his disposal.
So, after all that time, what's the core philosophy that decades of experience have built? What's the engine running behind that GM screen?
Well, it all starts with a commitment to what's known as crunchy systems. This means the game is played strictly by the rules as written, or ROW. For Gregory, this isn't about being rigid, it's about being fair. See, when everyone knows and trusts the rules, it creates a level playing field. The rules become a shared language, creating a consistent world where every action has a clear and predictable consequence. Now, here's what's really interesting. It's the interplay between his focus and his goal. He uses that strict, tactical, rules-as-written framework not to limit players, but to actually empower them. That structure is the foundation that allows player choices to truly matter, and to write a memorable story where triumphs feel earned and setbacks have real stakes.
So how does all this theory actually play out at the table? Let's take a look at his flagship campaign, which is a true classic of the genre, reborn for the modern era.
He sets an incredible stage, inviting players to journey back to one of the most iconic adventures in TTRPG history, the village of Hamlet. For countless players in the late 70s, this module was where it all began.
And this isn't just some nostalgia trip. He's meticulously converted this classic AD&D module to the crunchy Pathfinder First Edition system, a system known for its incredible tactical depth. Then, he enhances the whole experience with modern tools like high-resolution isometric maps, bringing a vintage adventure to life on the virtual tabletop.
Now, an experience this specific and this meticulously crafted isn't going to be for everyone, so let's explore who Gregory's ideal player is.
He is very, very clear about the kind of atmosphere he cultivates at his table. And this isn't about being exclusive, it's about ensuring a perfect match between the GM's style and the player's expectations, so everyone can have the best possible time.
So, if you're a player who loves getting lost in a detailed world, who relishes a deep tactical challenge, and who believes that a fair rule set is the key to making your actions meaningful, then this is absolutely the table for you.
On the flip side, he notes that players who aren't fully immersed or who let the real world intrude might not be the best fit. His style values that shared, focused time at the table as something really precious, so commitment to the moment is key. He even has a preferred, old-school party composition, and this really speaks to the classic, tactical nature of the challenges players are going to face. A well-balanced, specialized party is simply the most effective tool for navigating the dungeons and dangers he presents. And this brings us to a really crucial point. While the style of play is deeply rooted in that old-school tradition, the tools, the technology, and the table etiquette are all thoroughly and impressively modern.
And this timeline just illustrates his evolution perfectly. This is a GM who started with pencil, paper, and the original books, adapted to the first wave of digital play-by-post games, and is now mastering and pushing the limits of the most advanced virtual tabletops available today.
And most importantly, this modern approach extends to player safety. He runs a table with a clear session zero, an open door policy, zero tolerance for abuse, and a commitment to avoiding triggers. This isn't just a game.
It's a community, and he treats it with that level of respect, creating a professional and inclusive environment for some focused fantasy fun.
Ultimately, this whole profile shows that with a Master Craftsman GM, the rules aren't a cage. They're the very tools you use to build an unforgettable story. He provides the world, the structure, and the fairness. But the fun, the glory, and the story, that's all yours to create.